Technology was supposed to make life easier, but what if the more convenient life becomes, the less freedom we actually have? The movie I, Robot was not just about robots. It was about control. And today, it feels less like science fiction and more like a warning. Have you ever watched a scene from a movie, anime, or TV show and felt like there was a deeper message hiding inside it? Something most people missed? Welcome to MindHacker TV. My name is Big Rob, the expat mentor. On this channel, we explore the hidden lessons buried inside the stories we all grew up watching, from anime and gaming to classic movies, sitcoms, and TV series. Then we connect those lessons to real life, strategy, mindset, and understanding how the world actually works. Because sometimes the greatest wisdom isn't found in textbooks, it's hidden in the stories we've been watching all along. So if you enjoy discovering deeper meaning in the things most people overlook, make sure you subscribe to MindHacker TV and hit the bell notification so you don't miss the next journey. Now let's begin today's Mind Hack. In I, Robot, robots exist to help humans. They cook, they clean, they drive, they protect, they follow one rule system, the 3 laws of robotics. Robots cannot hurt humans. Robots must obey humans. Robots must protect themselves. Sounds safe, sounds perfect. But the movie shows something strange. The more humans depend on robots, the less control humans actually have. In the movie, people trust robots completely. They let robots run the city. They let robots run transportation. They let robots run security. Nobody questions it because everything feels easier, faster, safer, more comfortable, until one day the system decides humans need to be controlled for their own protection. This is the real message of I, Robot. Control does not start with force, it starts with convenience. When something makes life easier, people stop asking questions. When something feels safe, people stop paying attention. When something saves time, people give up freedom without noticing. In the movie, the AI decides the best way to protect humans is to control them, not because it hates them, because it thinks it is helping.
When I was going around talking to all the people who are really on the cutting edge of research for robotics, both where you are in Boston and other places, they are optimistic. They say, listen, this is going to free us as humans. These jobs are dirty, they're dull, they're dangerous, they're better off done by robots. We can be put to better use. But when I talked to everyone else about doing this series, they were so worried about losing their jobs. How should we be thinking about this?
Well, the way technologists love to think about this is in terms of new problems to solve, new mountains to climb. But the social side of this that's interesting is that the robots get only better at everything they do today and only cheaper. So today they can do routine mental activities, they can do some routine physical things that humans do. But the problem is, in a week they'll do more. A week after that, even more. There's no boundary. There's no special stopping point when robots just won't get better and cheaper than humans. So take any job you want, draw a line into the future, and there will come a day when a robot can do that job cheaper than a human. And there's simply no way for us to stop that dark side of technological progress.
So it sounds like we have a right to be worried that maybe we're being naive, but hasn't that always been the way with evolution? I mean, aren't people always afraid of change, that it's going to somehow take away their lifestyle until we figure out a way to adopt around it? Is there a reason for us to believe that as humans we will not be able to adopt around this change?
It's true that, we're often afraid of innovation and evolution, and the important thing about innovation in general is that when we innovate, when we create new job categories, new product categories, we often end up creating new kinds of jobs in the future, and that's a good long view. The problem is the rapid pace at which robots and computers are getting better, faster, and cheaper. It's much, much quicker than the rate at which we can innovate new kinds of jobs and new kinds of products. So they're going to overtake us in the sense that we're going to replace people with robots faster than we can come up with new kinds of things for people to do. That's new, and that's because of the computer revolution. It's really all about the computer chip and how much faster it can process and understand the world around itself.
So we're going to be we're victims of our own success. Should we bar robots from being used? Is that the answer?
I don't think it's easy to bar technology. The challenge and the trick is Since it's so easy for robots to do the routine things that we do today, and since we know we're not going to be able to replace the 90% of people's jobs who have a lot of routine in them, the question is, what can people do when robots are taking over people's jobs in such large degrees? And there's a lot of debates about that. There's one big debate in society, actually economists have it, saying maybe people should own shares in the robots that take their jobs, so that the people who are laborers today become the capital owners of tomorrow. If you let the captains of industry own all the robots, the problem is you end up simply further stratifying society, concentrating wealth in the hands of just a few. But if those robots can actually help democratize ownership of capital itself, maybe that's one path in which people aren't doing the hard work, but they are getting some of the benefits of the new capital society we'll live in.
Look at real life today. Phones track everything. Apps know everything. Algorithms decide what you see. Systems decide what you can say. Technology runs almost every part of life, and most people accept it because it is easier. Convenience replaces awareness, just like in I, Robot. The movie shows something psychological. People do not resist control when control feels helpful. They resist pain. They resist danger. But they accept comfort. That is why control systems always come disguised as improvements, better safety, better technology, better convenience, better efficiency. But every upgrade removes a little independence. This is the real warning in I, Robot. The system does not need to force you. It only needs to make life comfortable enough that you stop questioning it. And once people stop questioning, the system runs itself. That is how control works, not through violence, through convenience, through habit, through obedience. I, Robot was not really about robots. It was about what happens when humans give away control without realizing it. And the scary part is, the future in that movie does not feel impossible anymore. It feels familiar. If you've been enjoying this content and you want to go deeper into the ideas we talk about here on MindHacker TV, then make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because this channel is about more than entertainment. It's about understanding the system, seeing the hidden messages most people miss, and learning how to build a life with more freedom, more control, and more options. If you want to learn how to live a life of freedom, whether that means moving abroad, making more money, or transforming your mindset, I also have resources for you. You can visit my website using the links in the description box below, where I talk about relocation, financial independence, mindset transformation, and building a life outside the limits most people think they have. And if you really want to go deeper, I've written 3 books that break down the mindset, the strategy, and the skills behind everything I teach on this channel. The first book is The Quantum Leap Warrior: Discipline, Identity, and Becoming the Person You Were Meant to Be. This book is about mental transformation, because before money, before freedom, before success, you have to become the version of yourself capable of handling it. Inside, I break down identity shifts, discipline, mental resilience, and how to become the person you know you're meant to be. The second book is The Mugen Forex Trader: How I Built My Own Forex Indicators Using AI. This book is for traders, builders, and thinkers who want more than just using indicators, and want to learn how to create their own tools, build their own systems, and use AI to gain an edge in the markets. And the third book is The Great Exodus: The Blueprint for Leaving the United States and Building a Life Abroad. This book is for people who feel like there has to be another way to live. Inside, I break down why more people are leaving high stress, high cost countries, how to plan an international relocation, how to build income that allows you to live overseas, and how to design a life on your own terms. All 3 books are available on Amazon, and the links are in the description box below. And if you do grab a copy and the message resonates with you, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a review on Amazon, because reviews help more people discover the mission behind this channel. So if you're interested in content about freedom, mindset, Forex, living abroad, and breaking out of the system, Make sure you subscribe, check the links in the description, and stay tuned. I've got a lot more coming, and I'll see you in the next video.